Imagine waking up one day, in your own life, in your own business, realizing something's off. Not a tiny glitch, but a deep, gnawing sense that you're trapped. Not by others. Not by the market. You're trapped by a decision you made years ago, a choice that shaped everything, but maybe you haven't dared to question it since. That moment, that path you chose back then, could it be holding you prisoner now? Think about what that really means. Every strategy, every partnership, every product, every risk you said yes to or no to. These aren't just facts of your story. They are the walls keeping you inside a comfortable cage. The cage built from your own past certainty, reinforced every day by habit, sometimes by fear, often by the world whispering, "Don't mess with what you've built." But what if the very thing that got you this far is now the thing stopping you from leaping ahead, from becoming who you were meant to be? What if you're still living a life designed by an old, outdated you? This isn't about regret. It's about awakening. Because the brutal truth is this: the market doesn't care about your comfort zone. Investors don't fund nostalgia. No champion ever broke records by clinging to their old playbook. The question is, how much longer will you let your past decisions dictate your future? How much of who you are is really you? And how much is just a shadow of a decision made under different circumstances, different information, a different version of the world? You feel it, don't you? The pressure building inside, the itch to break free, the fire to redefine what success means, the hunger to rewrite your story. But every time you try to dig out, you bump into an invisible wall of doubt. What if I'm wrong to question this? What if the risk isn't worth it? What if I lose what little stability I have left? Sound familiar? This is the paralysis of past decisions holding you hostage. Not because the past was wrong, but because it's no longer right. Here's the raw reality. No decision is forever. No one's life, no company, no empire is locked into stone. The biggest mistake is to pretend otherwise. To live as though yesterday's choices were the final word on who you could ever be. This belief is the slow death of every founder, investor, leader trying to push boundaries yet stuck replaying old scenes. So, what's the way out? The first step is gut-honest clarity. You have to zero in and ask yourself the hard question. Which decisions in my life am I still living through? Not because they serve me, but because I'm scared to admit I've outgrown them. It might be a business model, a product line, a hiring philosophy, even a mindset that served well when you were starting out, but is now a weight around your neck. The moment you name those anchors, you begin pulling the chains loose. But clarity alone isn't enough. The second step is permission. The fierce, unshakable permission to unlearn what you thought was unchangeable. The market rewards disruption, but it punishes hesitation born from loyalty to past norms. It's not disloyal to your past self to grow beyond it. The real betrayal would be to let past decisions chain your potential and snuff out the fire of innovation and transformation inside you. True power lies in the courage to reject outdated agreements with yourself and the world. Now, this liberation isn't a solo trip. Here's where most stumble. The world out there is built to make you doubt yourself when you try to break the mold. The system celebrates mediocrity, comforts the masses, and dismisses the rare sparks as too dangerous, too wild, too unpredictable. But you, the founder, investor, the leader, you're rare by definition. The system forgot about you because it can't hold what it can't control. Your greatest strength is not just in breaking free, but in aligning with those who dare to burn as fiercely as you do. The right connections, the few who get what it means to defy past decisions, these are the links that will unleash your full power. Remember, the world doesn't lack brilliance. It lacks synergy among the brilliant. You don't need many, you need the right few. Here's a professional insight you don't hear every day. Transformation isn't about chasing the latest mimetic ideas or following the noisy crowd. It's about deliberate alignment, choosing exactly where, how, and with whom you wield your energy. Your network isn't just connections. It's the ecosystem for your rebirth. The moment you realize that breaking old decisions isn't just about strategy, but about people, your allies, your collaborators, your tribe, is the moment the cages start falling away. And it doesn't stop there. With new clarity and new alliances comes the radical act of rebuilding, but with intention, not haste. The game isn't overreaching, it's mastery. It's not rapid hypergrowth, but sustainable, relentless progress through patience and precision. The market rewards those who have the guts to endure, while reshaping everything from the inside out. It favors the long game because real transformation takes time, discipline, and ruthless focus on what matters. So now imagine this. What if the decision you made years ago, the one you think you have to live with, was really just a stepping stone, something to move beyond, not stay stuck in? What if all that discomfort, all that restless energy you feel every day is your own power trying to wake up? What if the code to unlocking the next level of your life and business was simply this: permission to question, courage to change, and strategy to connect? It's time to stop living a borrowed life. No founder, investor, leader ever made history by living according to someone else's blueprint. The world rewards those who reject comfort, who reject consensus, who say enough to the invisible chains of the past. It rewards those who dare to unlearn themselves, realign their power, and build the future others only dream about. If this feels like a spark in the dark, a call from your own restless soul, then you are ready. The network you build, the decisions you remake, the fire you ignite will become both your sword and your shield. It's not about fitting into the world's old narrative. It's about breaking the story so you can write your own. And yes, this path is tough. It's lonely. It's brutal. But it's also the most authentic way to live. Because living inside a past decision is not freedom. It's slow death disguised as stability. The world is waiting for those who can break free. The system is trembling under the weight of those few who refuse to be contained. The breakthrough, the revolution, the next wave, starts with the question: when will you stop living in the shadow of your old choices and start leading the future you were made for? Right now, in this very moment, that choice is yours. Choose to see beyond the walls your past built. Choose to unlearn what no longer serves. Choose to connect with those who amplify your true power. Choose to become not who you were, but who you must be. And when you do, you won't just change your life. You'll start changing the world. Because capitalism, true capitalism, is about the freedom to become. Freedom to remake yourself, your business, your legacy. Freedom to burn, to build, to soar beyond the limits you once believed were fixed. This isn't just a call to action. It's a call to become. The question isn't, what if you're still living inside a past decision? The question is, how long are you going to let it define you? Your time is now. Don't waste another second living someone else's past. Break the chains, rise, and lead the future.